think this is the one. Welcome everyone to our third Midday Music, ye faithful few. I've rarely been in such an elevated position here. I'm Rob Ainsley, I'm the Artistic General Director. I'm thrilled you're here. You're in for an amazing concert. You're very lucky people today. So I want to introduce our fabulous performers and our accompanist. And I'm going to start. We were going to hear Shaheem Hinnant, but I'm extremely grateful. Shaheem is feeling a little fatigued. To Erik Nordstrom, a baritone in our resident artist program, for stepping in at very short notice. And he's going to perform beautifully for you today. He's from the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minnesota, studied at Lawrence University and went on to the Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music. You might know him as the Boatman and Charles in our Sunday in the Park. And he has been a resident artist at Pittsburgh Opera, singing roles like Shannara and Hawkins Fuller, coming up in Fellow Travelers, which we will perform next year. So please welcome Erik Nordstrom. And in no particular order, the next person I see is SarahAnn Duffy, a second-year mezzo-soprano in our resident artist program. She's from Cortlandt Manor in New York. She studied at New England Conservatory and then went on to Bard, just over in the Hudson River Valley. You might remember she jumped in last year in My La Callisto and sang a beautiful Endymione. And she's been a resident artist, a young artist at Sarasota, at Chautauqua, and at Opera Neo. Let's give her a big round of applause. Let me move on now to Sahel Salam, who is from the great state of Texas. He's from Houston. He is also the constantly happy Louis the Baker, and he is constantly happy in real life as well. Never seen a smile like it. He is covering the lead role in The Rake's Progress, Tom Rakewell, and sounded beautiful in our rehearsal with orchestra the other day. You studied at the University of Texas in Austin, went on to the Royal College of Music. You've been a resident artist, a young artist everywhere, at Merrill, at Santa Fe, at Glyndebourne, at the Music Academy of the West, at the Academy of Vocal Arts, and at Cincinnati Opera. And have you finished now as a K. Fritz Young artist at Washington National Opera, singing roles like Pang and Tybalt and Giacchino? He was a finalist in the 2023 Metropolitan Opera La Fonte competition, and he won the Mario Lanza vocal competition. So you're very lucky to hear Sahel Salam. And we always have one guest artist, and what a special guest we have today in Mikaela Bennett. Thank you for joining us, Mikaela. Mikaela is a graduate of Juilliard. She's actually from Ottawa, Canada. She has performed, she's a renowned crossover artist in so many genres. She's performed with the LA Phil under Dudamel, with the Philadelphia Orchestra under Yannick Nézet-Séguin, with the New York Philharmonic under Leonard Slatkin, and with the San Francisco Symphony, the National Symphony Orchestra, the New World Symphony, with Michael Tilson Thomas, and she has sung Maria to great acclaim in a number of shows. So you might remember her as Maria in Our Sound of Music, but she was also a fabulous Maria in West Side Story, at the Proms, in the Royal Albert Hall, and at Lyric Opera of Chicago. And of course, she is singing and creating the lead role of Esperanza in The House on Mango Street. Please give it up for Mikaela Bennett. And finally, on the keys is our head of music staff since 2016, the wonderful Canadian pianist Christopher Devlin, who studied at the University of Ottawa and at McGill. And he has been a vocal coach and a head of music and a répétiteur and accompanist at McGill in Montreal, at the Dallas Opera, at Connecticut Opera, the Fort Worth Opera, Opera Atelier. He is one of the most wonderful colleagues and pianists that I know. Big round of applause for Christopher Devlin, please. So I have to run back to one of my board meetings, but I want to remind you that our next show after Hall of Fame of Weekend is House of Mango Street, and that's on the 28th. And then this spectacular Rake's Progress, which the Times Union reviewed as being a perfect production. That's on the 29th. And then, of course, we have 3 weekends with everything happening. National Council Luncheon is August 1st. Wonderful guild wine tasting where you'll get to see a bunch of us doing very silly things at the piano, and Mikaela will join us. That's Sunday, August 3rd. The final midday music is at the Yoda Saga in the ballroom. I am playing that myself. I'm very excited. It's with Lydia Grindato, the star of Rake's Progress, with some fabulous artists, and that's on August 7th. And we have the Guild Gala on August 12th. So much to look forward to, including this fabulous concert. Let's get it going. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the remainder of the festival.
an art song. You know, we're quite official with Bach or voice type when it comes to arias, but when it comes to art songs, we can pick and choose what we want to do. This is, as it turns out, one of Sahel's favorites, and then it will be followed by 2 Spanish songs that I think SarahAnn will talk about a little bit. So here is Light Über mein Haupt, dein schwarzes Haar. So your gorgeous hair is draping over me in a version. That's close enough. There you go. It's very romantic in a good way. We don't often do this composer operatically because he's not one of the major operatic composers. He did some work in the genre, but not as much. So the fire usually is pushed out by, people like Puccini, that guy named Giuseppe Verdi. They often get the nod. But he wrote fantastic music, both for solo instruments, fantastic orchestral work, and also for solo voice, which is what SarahAnn is going to sing for you. She's going to sing 2 selections from his 7 Spanish songs. The first one, Nana, is effectively a berceuse, or a lullaby. But you'll notice that there is an Eastern quality to the chant-like effect that he creates for the mezzo-soprano. And this, by the way, is a set that is really written for SarahAnn's Bach. It is usually not traded around too much. So I basically lied to you when I spoke to you about that. This one we actually usually get to weird mezzos all the time. So the first is a berceuse, but you will hear that the question is her child still alive? We don't know. There's no answer to that. But you'll hear why I mentioned that in the way that the berceuse is set musically and vocally. Then she's going to follow that up with a wonderful seguidillo, which is, in this case, a very fast dance with the suggestions on the piano of guitar. I'm going to be playing a Spanish guitar, but I have this lovely Mason and Hamlet. So something that Duffy did a lot of. He would write for the piano, but he would ask us to pretend we're guitarists. Go figure. So there you go. voices are cast either as antagonists or villains. You can think of, Scappia, that's wreaking havoc every time we have a performance of Tosca with all the terrible things he's doing to the characters. Meet our wonderful Erik Nordstrom, baritone. He is going to be singing the Count's aria from Marriage of Figaro, Le Nozze di Figaro. And as baritones sometimes are, he's angry. He is the Count, he owns the castle. He wants to, of course, take Susanna to bed on her wedding night before she gets together with her husband. Because, of course, that's what employers would want to do, right? It's the droit de seigneur, is what that's called back in the day. So he is walking into this room, and as he's walking in, Susanna is walking out, and she hears her make a comment, I don't know what cause it, meaning that we, not he, have won the fight or the battle. And he always feels in this show that something is going on, and he doesn't know what it is. He can't figure out, but he feels that there's a scheme against him, and it makes him enraged, because how can the hired help know more than he does? But they always do. He's the last one to find out about anything in the opera. So this is his fantastic rage Shana, where he hears the comment, he reacts to it, and then, as is very much the tradition that Rossini would carry on, he comes up with a plan to say, no, I'm going to find out what's going to happen, and nobody is going to have one over on me. Certainly not my help in the house. Those people have to make their place. And I am the smartest, no. And I'm the most talented, no. But he thinks, so this is this great moment for this character to actually take over the show and show you all those different dynamics of who he is, as objectionable as the character is or can be. He's one of the great characters created by that one David Mozart. So here's Erickson.
Salah
very often these strange, wonderful creatures do tend to come on stage from time to time, and we call them tenors. And they often fall in love with sopranos, and things work well, and then they die. And sometimes one dies, or sometimes the other, and very often both die. This is one of those shows. We're not going to do the dying bit, and we're not going to do the soprano bit, we're just doing the tenor bit. This is a wonderful French character. His name is Romeo. We would pronounce in English the French name Romeo. And he's fallen in love with a beautiful French girl named Juliette. And in English that's Juliette, you know, that French writer, William Shakespeare. So this is Gounod paying homage to the great Shakespearean tragedy, which of course we were lucky enough to be able to do here at Glimmerglass a couple of seasons ago. And in this sequence, nothing bad has happened yet. Romeo is just head over heels for this girl that he's just seen. He's watching her, and this precedes their famous balcony love duet. And this is A Lève-toi Soleil, where he basically watches and can't get over how he's just going head over heels for this wonderful Juliette. Sahel.
Say to some Mozart. This aria is from Idomeneo by Mozart, and Idamante is now found alone ashore, where he has just met his father, who he actually thought had died. Idomeneo, his father, promised the gods that in order to be saved from a terrible storm, he would sacrifice the first person he sees ashore. It turns out the first person he sees ashore is his own son. So he sends his son away and he leaves immediately. All of this is unbeknownst to his own son, Idamante, who is now left confused, alone, and in despair of the father he loves.
This opera, Elixir of Love, represents everything that opera is about. This show is for kids, it's for people who are older, people who have lived, people from all sorts of backgrounds, because at the heart of it, it's about love and how it develops, and that difficulty to say what you really feel to the person that means the most to you. And And in this story, Nemrino and Adina, they grew up together, and over their life, he's developed feelings for her, and she has too, but she's always playing hard to get. And Nemrino goes to all the ends of the earth to be able to say to get her to feel what he feels, but can never say it himself. He goes to the extent of drinking a bottle of Bordeaux he thinks is a magic elixir, to get her to fall in love with him, because he thinks it's a magic potion. Well, by the end of the opera, the women of the town found out that my uncle has passed away. He's left me a lot of money. I don't know this at this point. But they are surrounding me, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Adina, and she's crying. And I know she's loved me all.
striking his superior officer, John Claggart, and he is in the brink on his last night on Earth when he sees the moonshine come in through the porthole.
And this piece, or this opera, is about a young girl finding her way through life, finding her way into womanhood, and discovering who she is as an artist and as a writer. And this aria is her first time in the opera that we really get to hear her experimenting with words and experimenting with poetry in such a cool way. So I urge you to really listen to the poem. This is The Monkey God.